All right, so we're all building with LLMs these days, right? But you can feel it. The ground is shifting. We're quickly moving past just building simple prompt and response chains. We're starting to build fully autonomous systems. And that brings up the big question, what's the runtime for that going to look like? Today, we're going to dig into Docker's brand new open source project, cagent, and see if it's the answer we've been looking for.
And no, that's not just clickbait. We're seriously moving past AI as a simple copilot or a chatbot. We're talking about building persistent, collaborative teams of agents. Agents that can take on complex engineering tasks from beginning to end.
And this is the core idea right here. Agentic AI. It's this massive leap from thinking of AI as a tool you query to AI as a workforce you orchestrate. So instead of just asking a question and getting an answer back, you hand off a high-level goal, and a whole team of specialized agents figures out exactly how to get it done.
And this is where Docker steps into the picture. They've just open-sourced Cagent. It's a runtime specifically designed to build, share, and run these agent teams. You can almost think of it as the orchestrator, kind of like a Kubernetes for your new AI workforce.
Now, the philosophy behind this is built on two principles that we as engineers are going to love. First, it's declarative. Your entire AI team, the whole org chart, is defined in YAML. And you know what that means? It's config as code. It's auditable, it's versionable, perfect for your GitOps workflows. Second, it's hierarchical. You actually structure your agents like a real dev team, with a root agent acting as a tech lead who delegates tasks down to specialist agents.
Okay, quick reality check here. This is an experimental release. It's on the bleeding edge, which means the API is probably going to change. So this is absolutely perfect for greenfield projects, for research, for prototyping, but maybe think twice before you roll it into a mission-critical production system, at least for today.
So, what does it actually look like to define one of these agents? Well, as you'd probably guess, coming from Docker, it all starts with a good old YAML file. The agent spec itself is refreshingly simple. Model, that's your LLM endpoint. Think GPT, Claude, you could even point it to a local model. Now, instruction, this is the heart of it all. This is your system prompt, where you basically define the agent's entire personality and its SOPs. Then you've got subagents to build out that org chart we talked about, and tool sets to give the agent its actual powers.
And this is where it gets really clever. The agent's toolkit is split in two. You've got internal tools for cognition, things like think for reasoning, to do for task management, memory for state. This design is fantastic because it gives us a crystal clear audit trail of the agent's thought process. Then you have the external tools for action, hitting APIs, reading and writing files, searching the web. This is the piece that turns a language model into a real, functional member of your team.
Okay, so how does Cagent handle all those external tools without it becoming a complete mess of custom integrations? Well, the answer is a protocol that Docker is really pushing hard, the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. And honestly, the analogy they use for it is just perfect. Think of MCP as the USB-C for AI. It's one standard plug to connect any model to any tool, no matter who made them. So here's the deal. Right now, OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, they all have their own proprietary ways of calling tools. It's a mess. MCP is designed to be that universal adapter. You build a tool integration once, and it should work with any model that speaks the protocol. I mean, that's a massive win for portability and avoiding vendor lock-in.
And Docker isn't just dropping a spec and walking away. They're building an entire ecosystem around this. You can discover pre-built tools on Docker Hub, develop and test them with one click in Docker Desktop, and, this is the big one for production, deploy everything securely using the MCP Gateway.
The MCP Gateway is really where this gets serious for production. Yeah, it gives you a single endpoint, which is nice, but its killer feature is security. Every single tool runs in its own isolated Docker container. That means if one tool gets compromised, the blast radius is contained. It can't break out and touch the host system. On top of that, it centralizes all your secrets management and gives you full observability. This thing is designed for enterprise-grade, security-first deployments.
Okay, so we've defined our agents, we've connected our tools. Let's look at the day-to-day workflow. What's it like to actually use the cagent command line interface? The CLI is super straightforward. cagent run, well, it runs an agent team. cagent new is actually really cool. You can give it a simple natural language prompt, and it'll bootstrap an entire agent YAML file for you. And then you have push and pull, which lets you version and share your agent configs on Docker Hub. This basically creates a Docker Hub for agents, which is going to be a game changer for sharing and collaboration.
So let's just zoom out for a second.
What's Docker's bigger strategy here? Because this feels like it's about a lot more than just one cool open source project.
You see, Agent's real power isn't just the tool itself. It's the deep, deep integration into the Docker ecosystem that we all already use every day. The declarative YAML is simple and elegant, but the real differentiator is that secure, enterprise-ready path to production through the MCP Gateway. What Docker is building here is a complete, end-to-end developer experience for this new agentic stack.
Which brings us to the final question, and it's a big one. Docker fundamentally changed how we built software when it set the standard for containerizing and deploying microservices. So, with Cagent and this whole MCP ecosystem, you have to ask, are they positioning themselves to do the exact same thing for this new wave of agentic AI? It's a pretty compelling thought.